Avenue is shut down right now, so it's having a major impact on our roads as well.
Yeah, at this point, you know, obviously avoid that area, please, if you can. You'll see all of the police officers. And we do have Shannon Handy now joining us. Shannon, you're on the east side of the mosque. Can you tell us where you are exactly and then what you've been seeing from your location?
Yes, Annette and Eric, as you guys know, we may have mentioned, this mosque is not too far from our news station. You could hear the police cruisers from inside our news station. So we left right away. We actually parked on Balboa. Balboa is shut down, and my photographer and I walked. So we are standing on Balboa. We are on the east side of where this is happening. And obviously, as Tori just mentioned, there is just a huge response from law enforcement organizations from all over the city and the region, and you can see more and more show up. We have seen many armed officers come with guns at the ready, just running down Balboa, and there are some people looking very worried. We saw some people trying to get through this traffic block and run towards where this is happening. What's also interesting, guys, as we've been on the air, I have a friend who just messaged me, and she teaches at a Jewish school, which has no relation to this area whatsoever. It's not even close, but it is in the city of San Diego. She just messaged me and says that they are on lockdown, and she is currently on the floor of her classroom. Also, her sons attend a separate Jewish school in San Diego. She says their school is also on lockdown. So this sounds like something where there might be a fear that there might be attacks on other religious communities within San Diego. Obviously, there's no evidence of that, but I can tell you from my friend who does work at a school who is messaging me right now from the floor of her classroom that they too are in lockdown. So we have a lot of questions that need to be answered, and we don't want to report on anything, of course, unless we know it to be true. But I can tell you there are many people gathering at the tape over here, and some looking very worried on their phones. I know some were trying to talk to officers and get through the yellow tape here, but obviously this area is completely blocked off. So in a situation like this, I know the public wants answers right away, but right now, law enforcement is assessing the situation, and they will address the media as soon as they can. But right now, the safety of anyone inside there, and of course, just gathering the information is paramount. I'm looking at a woman right now that seems to be very upset, and she actually has been let under the tape. You can see they are running her down now to where this is happening. There is an conversation with police. There looks to be a bit of an issue here where people want to get closer because of some concerns. I heard her say, my daughter is in there. So a lot of emotion out here, and it's just a very scary situation. I can't imagine being a parent and hearing stuff happen at your child's school and having to rush out here and excuse me.
Yeah, you can.
That's what we're seeing right now.
We are all feeling that panic when you see people rushing to a school to make sure their kids are okay. At this point, we don't have information on where parents should be meeting. Right. You know, where obviously this is all unfolding. So, you know, at the Islamic Center, where would you go? With San Diego School District, it would be a different scenario where they might have a meeting spot planned and ready to go. But we're not sure with this mosque and the school that's there what that plan might be on parents.
As soon as we learn that from police, that's one of the first things we ask is how to reunify parents with their kids.
As soon as we hear.
Look, we know parents are watching this right now. Maybe they have children that are going to this this school at the Islamic Center of San Diego. As soon as we find out what the next steps for you to get your child picked up, we will pass it along to you. Our reporters know to ask those questions. So yeah, that is something on top of mind for us. We are looking live from the ground shot here. You see an officer with his rifle out there. It appears to be zoomed in on something. Again, an active shooter situation here at the Islamic Center of San Diego.
Now, you heard in Shannon's report right there, she mentioned she has a friend who's a teacher at a Jewish institution here in San Diego. I want to point out what I've been hearing as well from the Lawrence family JCC. They were on lockdown. They said because of a regional shelter-in-place order, 4 community centers called by San Diego Police Department. This means no one can enter or exit the building. All Jewish institutions, I'm hearing here in San Diego, were on lockdown, but I just got a message. The lockdown order at the Lawrence Family JCC has been lifted. This is coming from the JCC themselves, and they say, all members, guests, and staff remain safe. Normal operations have now resumed at the JCC. So we know there are several Jewish institutions in town that also are on alert, many of them saying they're doing this as an abundance of caution. Obviously, there's a lot of concern with religious institutions, regardless of the religion here in San Diego, when something happens at a mosque like this.
We just got word that Governor Newsom has been made aware of the active shooting situation here. This is his tweet. We're just pulling it up there. You can see it says, Gavin Newsom has been briefed on an evolving situation in Claremont community of San Diego near the Islamic Center. We can confirm that. The Governor's Office of Emergency Services is coordinating with local law enforcement, and then they go on to say that they're grateful to the first responders, as are we. I mean, you see them all running in, trying to get people out of that school, children as well. Again, here's what we do know. This all broke out around noon, an active shooting situation at the Islamic Center of San Diego. That's near Ekstrom and Balboa. This broke out around noon. Officers swarmed to the scene. We don't have the details as to who that active shooter is, how many, what has happened to that person or persons. Are they still inside? Those are all things we're trying to confirm right now. Officers are on the scene. It appears that there's some family members here that are right at the police line.
Or neighbors that live there.
Anyone that's concerned about what is evolving there, they've been asked to stay put. So we will get you the information on where to pick up your children if you have a child that goes to this school. As soon as we learn those details from San Diego Police, the officers on scene there that are briefing the media will bring that to you.
Yeah, right now, I mean, obviously they've blocked off the area and so many people have questions. They want to gain access to maybe their neighborhood. That area, there's the mosque. There's also the Kavad Charter School nearby. That's a Hebrew school. And then inside the mosque, we saw there were young kids. So it looks like there's a school there as well. So we know a lot of parents are concerned if their kids are in that area. Obviously, we saw some of those kids being escorted out. It looked like with the Chopper 8 video that we saw from the mosque. But right now, people are trying to, if they can, get word from law enforcement on how their families are doing. This is obviously such a stressful time as parents. We know that feeling of, the panic that you might be feeling, wondering if your kids are okay. So they're all waiting to hear as well. And so are we. We want to know, obviously, where parents should be meeting. We're waiting to find that out. And they're right across the street from the mosque. There are several homes. So likely a lot of people who want to access their homes are not able to do that right now since they blocked it all off.
Again, this is a report of an active shooter. We do not know if shots were fired. We do not know if officers fired back. We don't know those details right now. We are just passing along what we do know. We do know this all happened around noon, that they were called there to the Islamic Center of San Diego for reports of an active shooter. Immediately, they surrounded the Islamic Center and had multiple agencies swarm in, guns drawn, SWAT's on the scene, and we know that there were children that were taken out of that school. And as soon as we learn more details about what led up to all of this, we will get them to you.